Put that coffee down.
I think that is the problem, is, you know, but it's a reflection of the youth of the industry.
Yeah.
When you know, I train a lot of salespeople, you know, because we have a lot of salespeople, and you know, one of the things that I tell them is like, guys, like, time takes time. Like, I'm 38 years old, not old, but I'm a fuckload older than those kids, right? And they come into me and they're like, I want to make $100,000 a month. I'm like, all right, cool, man. Well, it took me 13, 14 years of full-time selling to hit that marker myself. Like, I did that. If you did it in half the time I did, would you be happy? Yeah. They're like, fuck yeah. I was like, sweet, you've been selling for a year, champ. You got 6 more. You know? Like, you'd be fine, man. Like, just give yourself a fucking break. Yeah. And the problem with the industry is there's so much bullshit results out there. You know, people not telling half-truths and screenshots and all this kind of stuff.
Well, here's a big common misconception, right? People are like, say, for example, oh, yeah, I just did an event. Just did a small event, and guess what? I made $100,000, okay? Yeah. All right, cool. Can I see that on paper? Well, yeah. So here's what happened. I made an offer, and it's $1,000 a month, and 10 people signed up. So I collected $10,000 cash at the event, but they all have a contract that it's a year contract. So at the end of the year, I'll have $120,000, right? So okay, cool. Can I see these numbers next month? Okay, next month. Oh yeah, people didn't really like the program, so all of them except for one dropped off. So I actually only made $12,000. Yeah. But but wait a minute, last month didn't you just tell everyone you made $100,000? Now here's the effed up part about it. Here's the effed up part about it, and I'll include press. So another problem is that right now, for those you don't know, you can go to like any website. I'm not going to tell you the name, but you can buy press for $200, literally $200, and you can have this as featured on CNN, Fox News, and it's some backlink Fox News / 8 million digits, and no one can ever find it if they go to the website CNN, Fox News. And what people do is they say, Mark, Gino, whatever. I'm just making up names, as seen on CNN, Fox News, whatever. Right? Here's the problem: your average person, sweet and innocent, have no idea that you just paid 100, 200, and all you need is a pulse.
Hey, you got the 30 under 30 for Forbes? Congrats. What's that, $8,000 now?
Yeah, you're right. Someone tried to sell that to me too. Here's the problem. They're like, oh, okay, well, you must know what you're talking about. Therefore, that builds a trust. Here's the money. But wait a minute. That person's not in reality, that person's not qualified at all.
And the post, like, oh my God, so honored to be featured in Forbes. It's like, mate, that's a $5,000 feature. I've sold that offer. Right? Like, oh, it's 2 pages, $10,000. Phenomenal job, man. You paid $10,000. Well done. Yeah, there's a problem. There's a lot of bullshit in the industry. Yeah. But I think, like, you know, to be honest, I fell into that. So, like, but when I was that age, I was a little bit older. I was probably like 26 or 27 at the time. Yeah. But I was newer to business because I just got out of the Army. Yeah. So I was somewhat fresh when it comes to business, right? Yeah. And I remember, like, I owned gyms, and I went off and I joined this business coaching program, and they were like, how much did you sell? And I was like, you know, they're like, oh, we're selling $1,200 packages. Yeah. Oh, hey, everybody, Matt made $80,000 this week. Yeah. You know, because I sold fucking, you know, a bunch of $1,200 packages, but they're paying $50 a week. Yeah. You know what I mean? But then, like, I got caught up in that. And like, it actually fucked me up a bit because I started to think I made that much money. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Like, when you start talking in terms of revenue versus cash or the contract value, and you start thinking that way as a sales rep or a business owner, it's really damaging to you because you start living that way. Yeah. Right? And like, I remember going through that when I was very new to business, and I was going through these, I was like the bright-eyed kid in the candy store of business coaching, and I signed up to every fucking business coaching course on the planet. And when I walked away from it, like, I said I'd never sign up to like another one of those coaches again. I was like, no, I'll just sign up to, I'll learn from individuals that I feel are really good at what they do. Yeah. Right? Because like, at the end of it, it was just it was just bullshit. And there was no one telling me, hey man, like, don't think like that. Yeah. Like, if you sold those people, bank on the money in which you collected and run your business accordingly, and don't start to like live outside your means. Make sure you're doing the right things. Yeah. And I think, like, to me, the biggest problem in coaching and consulting is the fact that, like, these people are, you know, let's just say you go, they get these guys making $500,000 a month. Like, oh, I'll teach you how to make $500,000 a month. It's like, yeah, but your $500,000 a month business is a fucking shell of a business, which is not sustainable for the individual. It's not sustainable for the people within the business. Yeah. And like, it's not an actual business. It's just an entity that makes money. Yeah. You know? And so, like, you know, people call themselves, like, I'd much prefer that people were like, I'll teach you sales, I'll teach you marketing, and I'll teach you like how to have a really good delivery.
Put that coffee down. Coffee's for closers only.